in a cell.
There's something inside us all.
Discount Ray from Star Wars.
Our demons.
Right now, I bet Finn Balor is somewhere backstage or somewhere, anywhere, extremely jealous that his demonic persona is not a part of this event.
As a special referee!
For reasons we will never know.
Sold out AT&T Center!
I'm sorry, but I can never hear the word sold out at a WWE show and not crack a smile. That's still one of the funniest jokes I've ever heard. What you guys got against red cages? It perfectly fits the description for an event that's supposed to be hell. What better way to describe hell than a blood-red cage, even if it does look like it was borrowed from a McDonald's children play area. Randy Orton is just as excited for the new Venom movie coming out next month as I am. Randy taking so much time debating about whether or not he should enter the cage. It's not like this is the first time he's ever been in the cell. Well, first time in a red cage, but still. I get that this match was created so Jeff Hardy could finally accomplish his longtime goal of competing in a Hell in a Cell match, but to be honest, the only reason that this match exists is because Randy has a creepy obsession with Jeff's spacers in his ear. There are other matches on the card deemed more worthy, not to mention more personal, of being inside the cell, but I'll get to that later. Fear my dangerous hands. Cage abuse.
A pile of broken bones.
Wah, wah.
Remember the rules of this matchup?
There aren't any rules inside Hell in a Cell, Tom. That has been clearly established for this match 38 previous times.
Pinfall or submission in the middle of the ring.
When clearly so many Hell in a Cell matches had pinfalls occur outside of the ring and even once on top of the cage.
He had to be a different Jeff Hardy.
Even though what we are witnessing throughout this match is the same Jeff Hardy we've always seen over the years in the WWE. I don't see a difference here in comparison to the rest.
And Hardy and Orton.
I completely burst out laughing the moment Randy hit the cage and then turned around right into the ring post. That was funny as hell. In a cell. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's all legal. I'm on with a big push.
The fans are chanting, "We want tables," despite the fact that they got their wish before they even asked for it. There's already a table that got introduced.
Favoring every opportunity.
Randy was watching Jeff the whole time, even before Jeff could run at him for the baseball slide. And he's also fresh, too, so why he didn't move out of the way is beyond me.
Here. Wait a minute. Oh!
Seeing some TLC action early on inside Hell in a Cell makes the following TLC pay-per-view look unnecessary. Why wait for its own pay-per-view when we can have TLC action at any time?
Jeff Hardy sends him again into the cell.
That was clearly Randy who threw Jeff into the cell, not the other way around. It's literally impossible to confuse these two apart.
Taking out the sins of the WWE Universe.
Leave that job to me. Dude, don't yell that you're about to hit the Swanton Bomb. You're alerting Randy and giving him countless options to counter.
But Orton still...
The referee stupidly throwing the table away and robbing the WWE Universe of a potentially cool moment of table destruction. We interrupt Hell in a Cell 2018 to bring you Extreme Rules 2009.
Oh, no!
Clearly, Randy remembered what Jeff did to Edge 9 years prior to this event, and holy shit, it's been 9 years? What the hell happened to time? Randy is addicted to see-through shirts.
Don't do it. Oh!
Oh, childhood. Shockingly, this is nostalgic. Randy has Jeff literally locked inside of a ladder, but proceeds to simply stomp on his limbs instead of something more brutal, like stomping on the ladder, sandwiching Jeff further.
It's away again here on...
Stop counting so fast. Good lord. Somebody has obviously shown favoritism towards Randy Orton in this match.
The referee might consider stopping this.
It's Hell in a Cell. Stopping the match is ridiculous. No way anybody would make another stupid decision like that. That'd be ridiculous. Who the hell keeps putting the toolboxes underneath the ring?
Get the referee in between it.
Fuck no. Let Randy slice up Jeff all he wants. They signed on for this. They should make this match hard to watch. That's what makes Hell in a Cell a brutal environment. About fucking time we got something as brutal and hard to watch as this. This is the real Hell in a Cell.
Gotten himself back up to his...
Jeff is addicted to Randy's Ortons. Removing another 2 sins because seeing Randy's flesh literally hanging out of his leg gives us more examples of what this match should and should have always been like.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Jeff took nearly 3 minutes to set up the 2 ladders and a table and didn't once consider giving Randy another beatdown just on the very case that he was letting him regain his composure. Gymnastics. Well, this confirms that Jeff Hardy can't fly. But still, that was quite the intense way to end this match. Despite losing, Jeff Hardy performed a hell of a final effort.
He's calling for EMTs.
Racing the cell before the match even ends. Just count, you fucking moron! Someone fire this stupid referee.
Randy Orton.
A little more enthusiasm next time, dumbass. That's how a ring announcer's job is supposed to work.
He wants to talk about my 3-year-old daughter.
AJ Styles is literally saying the same things he said a month ago. No offense, but I think this interview would be more interesting if he said something like Samoa Joe is making fun of my dog or something. Here's an example of a match that should have been contested inside Hell in a Cell. Again, I get that WWE wanted to give Jeff Hardy his moment inside the Cell, but it would have made more sense for this extremely personal rivalry to collide inside the Cell.
Hell in a Cell is presented by...
Skip!
She is 18-2.
By bringing up her record with a massive win streak, Tom just jinxed Charlotte's momentum considering she loses tonight.
Charlotte's used to competing against opponents.
Well, Charlotte clearly didn't have any problem playing hot potato with Sasha Banks over the course of 2016, so why would this match with Becky Lynch be any different to her?
It is almost impossible to compete with Charlotte Flair.
Well, that is bullshit. Almost impossible to compete against Charlotte Flair? Give me a break.
Maybe the greatest athlete in all of WWE.
No.
Now goes after the leg. Hold on.
What the hell was Charlotte trying to do there? Show off her somersault skills or something? That was weird.
On there by Charlotte Flair. Steps through the leg.
Looks like we're in for yet another botch fest for the second pay-per-view in a row when it comes to the SmackDown Women's title match. Definitely one of the most overused things I've said on this franchise.
This could be disastrous.
Oh, come on. That looked nowhere near effective enough to be a believable attack to Charlotte's arm, since Becky released before she could completely fall back.
This match has already taken a tremendous toll on both athletes already.
Corey Graves said already twice in one sentence. Bad grammar, man. Huh? Becky clearly punched Charlotte in the gut, which causes Charlotte to throw herself backwards in a logic-defying motion.
Former best friends.
It's like the 10th time in this match that the commentators remind us that Becky and Charlotte are former best friends. We get it.
Oh, what incredible...
Charlotte's head lightly brushed against the padded turnbuckle, and yet she acts like that was the most brutal hit her head has ever taken in her career. Not kidding.
Turn around,
Damn, talk about an out-of-nowhere counter followed by a sudden victory. That was a great way to end this match. 2 match endings in a row that got praised tonight. Interesting. Previously on Hell in a Cell, Kramer Kingsman. Also, skip
for some pay-per-view action.
Pay-per-view action.
Seth said the Shield runs this place.
AJ Styles might get offended by that considering he's the one calling himself the face that runs the place.
Right. I'm sorry to interrupt, Corey. Go ahead.
Actually, it was kind of a good thing that you interrupted Corey, Michael. He was talking about the Shield and not the fact that Dolph Ziggler's reversing Seth Rollins in this Raw Tag Team title match.
What got them in this place in the first place?
First Corey and now Renee Young. Repeating words in the same sentence are everywhere tonight, aren't they?
Corey, let's talk a little bit about great rivalry over the summer.
No, let's talk about this match that's going on. That's how a commentator job works.
Ambrose, hook of the leg and a tick.
And a tick? Well, Dean Ambrose is a raving lunatic. It wouldn't surprise me if there were ticks all over the ring because of him.
Tag.
Heel wrestler challenges his opponent to come at him only to tag in his partner instead, cliche. Oh great, another repeat of SummerSlam last month. What makes it worse here is both these guys actually are participants in the match.
Dolph better be careful with too much time spent gloating.
Renee Young would be great at SummerSlam's 2 expansion.
To Dolph right in the jaw.
Seth's stupid dance.
Buddy, this one was over.
Drew McIntyre thinks he's woken Matt Hardy, or maybe the mind of Matt is secretly inside of Drew despite the retirement.
Dean Ambrose looks like he wants a piece of this pie.
As Booker T would have said, tell me she did not just say that.
Dolph Ziggler is a new man.
The sad thing is Dolph has been a new man several times over the last 10 years in the WWE, and it doesn't seem to work out for him most of the time.
Do something!
How about you do something other than yelling at Seth to do something? Fucking idiot.
Do something! Playing with Rob.
And this is why you suck, Dolph.
Over 15,000.
Fucks I don't give about the number of fans in attendance.
Hanging on. All 3 didn't see it. During the tag between.
On some occasions, I'd agree with a ref you suck chant, but this one, I don't. Because Dolph Ziggler distracted the referee and prevented him from seeing Seth tag and Dean Ambrose. Wasn't the referee's fault he didn't see it. Conversations during matches.
Rolls through. Here comes.
Was the jumping really necessary to tag Dean? He was literally right in front of you. Jumping is just being overdramatic. Come on, Seth.
Back in time.
Ow, my hands!
Ambrose with a dive.
Dean Ambrose is a dick to his own partner. While Dolph and Drew ended up getting knocked to the ground, Dean caused Seth's head to ram against the barricade. What an asshole. Seth grabbing Dolph's ass.
2 of the best tag teams in the world.
Nah, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre have only been teaming for the better part of 3 months. I wouldn't necessarily refer to them as one of the best tag teams in the world, nor would I say the same about Seth and Dean.
For the Claymore kick. The goal. Back in. Frog splash. Tonight back in.
Honestly, this fast-paced sequence and many moments where we all thought the match was over is what makes it so great. Here's a couple of sins off as a salute to these 2 teams.
Roll through. Kick off. Dolph fights out.
Wow, even the way this match suddenly ended was awesome. Here's another 3 sins remove. I must say, it's about time we started getting many great matches in a row.
What do you want?
Wrestler talks to someone off screen, setting up a big reveal cliche. WWE once again being a dick to their top prestigious world title by treating it like a mid-card attraction for however many pay-per-views in a row. Also, this is another example of a match that would have been perfect for Hell in a Cell, especially after the match at SummerSlam ended with a chair, but instead we get another regular wrestling match. I can't be the only one who wants this book, right? Hell, I'd read it to my children in the future. Also, this bedtime story reading was the perfect promo leading up to this match, kinda like how the Talkin' Smack segment should have played in its entirety for Daniel Bryan and The Miz last month at SummerSlam. AJ Styles non-pyro.
Challenger. Drop kick.
Wait a minute, one single dropkick and Samoa Joe is looking like he's lost all his strength? I'm sorry, but that's not believable to me compared to these two and their size difference. Effective? Yes. Potentially finish him off? No.
Champion in a row.
AJ must love whacking stairs while getting thrown over them.
At the same time. Oh!
AJ leaped in the air to avoid Joe's leg sweep and ended up falling on his face. That was a little embarrassing.
Wait a minute. What the?
First at SummerSlam, Samoa Joe outshone Zack Ryder with his own Rough Rider, and now at Hell in a Cell, he outshines Zack again with his own Broski Boot. Something tells me Joe secretly has a grudge against Zack Ryder for reasons unknown.
Defend the title, or does he defend his family's honor?
To be quite honest, a family's honor isn't something that can be defended in a wrestling match. No matter what happens, the family would always be proud of their wrestler because they stepped up to defend them.
Samoa Joe Styles.
Samoa Joe Styles? Wait, are you saying Joe is secretly in the Styles family? Dun dun dun!
Samoa Joe enjoying dismantling the champion.
Stating the obvious.
Here comes Styles.
Oh!
Damn, the way Joe collided with AJ, it didn't even look like AJ attempted to do a corkscrew flip. That made this more realistic and awesome. Whoever the hell that asshole was that yelled pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. I disagree. I absolutely love pineapple on pizza. It's called Hawaiian style. It's absolutely delicious. Come at me.
Strike by the champion!
Well, dang, that's another sin off for AJ's amazing strength to be able to pull that off.
Cover him, Joe. You got this.
Quit your cheerleading, Corey.
Down, here's the cover, and Styles!
Just like Roman Reigns hitting the floor before Brock Lesnar at the Greatest Royal Rumble, this is our next Han shot first moment in 2018. In this case, AJ tapped first before he could successfully pin Joe.
Here is your winner.
Samoa Joe thinks he won the WWE Championship despite not recognizing that it's AJ's music that's playing and not his. Even despite the fact that AJ tapped first, the referee's decision is final, so the title theft sin qualifies in this case.
Wait a minute, AJ!
Post-match assault. Double what the fuck moment right there. The Miz's creepy laugh. Mix that creepy laugh along with his outfit and you got the next horror film villain. He's a movie star, so why not?
Hashtag goals.
Stop promoting hashtags, especially ones that don't relate to this mixed tag team match.
What you're looking at is an embarrassment.
Fuck you, Byron! Do you want people to refer to your marriage as an embarrassment? Oh, wait, that's right. Promoting that god-awful Marine franchise. Can't believe they're still doing those films after many failures.
A loving couple that has each other's backs.
That's exactly like the Miz and Maurice, asshole.
The women must face the women, the men must face the men.
Boring. Let's have an intergender tag team match instead. Would make this much more fun, especially considering Brie Bella has already assaulted The Miz on multiple occasions.
Daniel Bryan's been dying to get his hands on the Miz.
Are you serious right now? How the hell can Daniel be dying to get his hands on The Miz when he's done that a crap load of times over the last month?
Ever since that at SummerSlam. That was cheap is what it was.
Byron Saxton is no doubt one of the worst commentators in WWE history. Whining, complaining, and calling smart strategies cheating. But he wouldn't have said that if Brie Bella distracted Miz, allowing Daniel to take advantage. This guy pisses me off every single week. The Miz thinks he's Chris Jericho.
Round two.
Can we please not do this all the time? I'm tempted to take a bathroom break if this keeps up.
More than that, Corey.
Copyright infringement. That shockingly took longer than I thought it would.
From the top rope, and there.
What a shame that Daniel's leg slipped away from the Miz before Miz could really fall through from the Hurricane Rana.
Purest form.
This entire chase scene was hard to watch because Brie was so close to Maurice and couldn't catch her at all. Also, because of awkward situations like this and poorly done wrestling matches involving either of these women, I seriously think both Brie and Maurice went back into the ring too early with so much ring rust left on them. This rivalry should really stay with just Daniel Bryan and The Miz. Leave the wives out of it. It kicks copyright infringement.
Brie's just concerned that she gets a sizable amount of alimony if this.
Corey Graves is fucking awesome. At least he's trying to make a humorous situation of this. Byron is just an insulting bully.
See, look at her glaring at her husband.
Seriously, these comments from Corey are hilarious as fuck. More, please. More! More! Yes, kicks copyright infringement. Last time, I promise.
That is... Oh,
All the more reason why this should have been an intergender tag team match.
no! Do your job, Rex.
Corey Graves would be great at CinemaSins 2 expansion. The referee's just letting this happen instead of trying to get Daniel and Miz out of the ring. I understand that this was one of the more brutal things we've seen inside Hell in a Cell in recent years, but we already saw this. Can we please move on? No offense, but this feels like a match we can skip because, let's be honest, after what we saw between these two at SummerSlam, is there any doubt as to who will win this match? Alicia Fox's weird outfits. Who gives a shit about Hulu? Honestly, considering retirement for that sin. Starting to say that a little too much. Yet another extremely random match added to the random list of random matches for this random show. And I just said random 4 times in one sentence.
This, Ronda Rousey.
I don't think there's been a single match involving Ronda Rousey where sins were not removed at all. That move was definitely impressive.
A little too close to the rope.
The referee completely ignored the fact that Mickie James and Alicia Fox pulled Alexa Bliss out of the ring despite glancing in that direction. He should have called for the disqualification, or at least eject Alicia and Mickie.
Tonight with Mickie James.
Nikki James? Who the hell is Nikki James? That awkward moment when you realize that this match is the most competitive that Ronda Rousey has ever contested since her debut. All the other matches were either squash victories or her getting dominated by Nia Jax. It only took WWE 9 months to have Ronda actually in a competitive match with no easy victory.
To lose her women's championship in the very first defense.
Well, if Ronda ended up losing the Raw Women's title in her first defense, I know what'll cheer her up. Just look at Sasha Banks. She had 4 title reigns with that belt. All were absolute failures.
The ribs are in.
This is Ronda fucking Rousey, the last person you want to be monologuing to in the middle of a women's title match. No offense, but you're an idiot, Alexa.
Ronda Rousey's one of the...
Grr. Seriously? Again?
You will get your rematch at WWE Super Showdown.
Despite the fact that the match for Super Showdown had been official the past 2.5 weeks. Mick Foley as the guest referee for this match is one of the most random decisions next to every match on the Super Showdown card. Also, this match is technically Braun Strowman's Money in the Bank cash-in, but he is not shown with his briefcase, nor is it in the presence of Mick Foley or the timekeeper throughout the match. As a matter of fact, it's not even mentioned that much at all. It's like it never existed. Talk about killing the prestige of the briefcase and contract.
And a champion will survive.
Corey Graves just jinxed it, considering neither Roman Reigns nor Braun Strowman survives this match.
Roman Reigns had sent SummerSlam.
Renee was about to mention something about Roman since SummerSlam, but then says absolutely nothing. Who knows what she was going to say? It's a mystery.
For the first time ever, it's going to hell.
Despite the fact that the Universal Championship was defended inside Hell in a Cell by Kevin Owens in 2016. So this is actually the second time the Universal title has ever went through this cell.
Braun Strowman.
Damn, the second title theft of the night.
Driven in to Hell in a Cell.
Michael, the name of the match is Hell in a Cell. The cage is just the cell. The hell is the match.
Braun has been taken off of his feet.
Not exactly. True, Braun was taken out of the ring, but he is still on his feet. I don't see him lying on the ground. Braun is doing everything in his power to crush Roman's face with his boot, but what he doesn't realize is the movement is causing him to start twerking his ass.
Steel steps in hand. Steps.
Maybe next time don't hesitate and stare at the steps once you pick them up. That way Roman wouldn't have easily taken advantage.
Strowman stunned.
Even Roman Reigns is tired of Roman Reigns. If that makes any sense.
And no disqualification.
Shut up.
Over the body.
I've never seen one of those break that quick before.
Yes, you have.
The Universal Championship. Did he get him?
Yes, he did! Braun Strowman won the match since Mick Foley made a successful 3 count. The fact that Mick allows the match to continue after completing a pinfall is worth 10 sins.
Picking up speed.
The strategy of running across the entire ring to get to his opponent has never worked for Roman's case, specifically against Braun. Man, I remember when Braun threw a goddamn chair right into Roman's face. Who else remembers that hilarious moment?
Stay down, you moron!
First, Braun yells at Roman, and then misses him completely with a single slap. That was a little weird.
Never seen a man who enjoys inflicting punishment.
Brock Lesnar? You know, when he bothers to show up, that is.
Trying to take him out again.
This spear through the table puts both Braun and Roman out of commission for literally the rest of this match. And this match goes on for another 11 minutes, too. I'll be honest, that is completely unbelievable that these two monsters would be out cold for that long period of time after something like that. You know, this brawl outside the cell would have been a lot more fun if there was also chaos going on inside the cell, too. Just maybe, this would get a lot more exciting. Alas, it doesn't.
Ziggler, and now they're fighting up.
I've seen this one too many times to even be impressed with fighting on top of the cell. Unless the wrestlers are going to do something crazy and psychotic on top of the cell, then what's the point of fighting up there anymore? Ooh, they're 20 feet in the air, big whoop. At this rate, only Shane McMahon, or maybe Jeff Hardy too, are crazy enough to actually put on a memorable moment from the top of the cage. We interrupt Hell in a Cell 2018 to bring you the 2014 edition, and the 2017 edition, and all the other times someone's fallen halfway down the cell through a table below.
Rollins crashed and burned it down!
Oh, fuck you. So, let me get this straight. Brock Lesnar is such a lazy fucking bastard to show up to defend his Universal Championship, but has no problem showing up here to cause chaos? What a prick. This easily breakable door is easily breakable. Oh, come on! Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman hardly took much damage at all in this match, were having an 11-minute rest during the chaos outside and even on top of the cell, and only took a few weapon shots and an F5 each courtesy of Brock Lesnar. And yet the referee is calling off the match, ruling it a no contest? I'm tossing in 50 sins to culminate this sin video. Hell, even Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton took worse punishment and they managed to finish their match. This was a great event with a horse shit ending.